3 years ago, I agreed to buy a car, which then randomly showed up one day, and I went to look at it, and it scared me. So now it's someone else's problem.
Alright, so let's go take a look inside this beaut. Well, hello and welcome to John Dragonman's channel. I guess some of you have came here from OG Cars. Thanks for your wonderful words there, Owen. And of course we wouldn't have it any other way. So yes, I am the person that bought this incredibly rusty little Fiat Panda. And when I got this car, the engine didn't run, which is why it was parked up. I assume it's been used on a farm or something. It's broke its cam belt, so the cam belt had snapped. Thankfully, it's a non-interface engine, so you just replace the belt and all's happy again. There's the old belt. Don't mind the wire, it's nothing to do with the car. It broke quite well. Nice. Engine on this runs sweet as a nut. I ain't kidding. You fire this thing up, it runs beautifully. It runs ever so nice. First crank of that starter motor and that fired up. As soon as I filled that carburetor bowl up, I am not joking. The only thing I've not replaced on it is the water pump, which is leaking like crazy. It was seized solid. I had to grab a pair of grips on it and give it a bit of working. But yeah, there's a brand new Gates belt on that. Just chucked it on to see if I get the engine to run. Just dead quick. Changed the tensioner because that was seized solid as well. But yeah, I only did it just to see if the engine ran, and the engine does run, and it runs really nice. It also seems quite powerful as well. Much more powerful than, say, the one in Talon, which is interesting. I don't know why, but it does seem a little more powerful. I think it's because the car itself has got no weight in it. Because, yes, Talon does weigh a bit with all the extras it's got, and this one is... Well, not only is it missing its doors, windows, and boot hatch, it's also missing much of itself as well, with the rust. I guess we should get on to the side of the rust, really, because it's got plenty of it. Take no note to the tyres. They are quite nice tyres. Some remoulds. I don't think they're UK legal, sadly. They're not E-stamped, but nice tyres all the same. Got them for free, so I ain't complaining. They're old. They're probably perished, but they were free tyres. So, yeah. The rust you couldn't see in the video was all of this rust. I mean, that's the seat mount. We got some nice rust up there. I've got to take that soundproofing out, but up inside there's plenty of rust that you can't see because the plastic thing's on. The seatbelt mount has pulled through completely what the seatbelt bolts to. Here it is. So that usually sits inside the sill cavity, if you want to call it that, in that orientation. And obviously I pulled on the seatbelt and that came out. There's just a big gaping hole down there now, which I can't get the camera into, but believe me, it's there. You can probably see better from underneath. Hey, look at that. Yeah. Nice and solid, just how we like. Yep, there you go. That's where the seatbelt should be. Hello. Actually, it doesn't look as bad on the camera, but believe me, when you're in real life, it's bad. Yeah, especially when you got holes like that. See-through sill feature. But that's not worrying me so much, is the rust. Because I've got some serious plans for this car, and structural integrity of the frame and the chassis of this thing doesn't really bother me too much. I've got a replacement scuttle panel for one of these I cut out of another car, so I could weld that in or repair this one. What else? I don't know. So my absolute dream with this thing was to be a bit ridiculous. Now, I can get this all working as another car, you know, as a perfect working Fiat Panda. 4x4 system seems to work, which is nice. There's no play in the prop shaft, which is good. Or the rear diff, which is good. The gearbox seems to work, or gears work. The gear linkages need fixing, but literally it's not a problem. I've chucked a couple of bushes in there, some old bushes that I had from my old car, and the gears are all there. Sloppy, but they're all there. What else? The brakes. The actual brake pedal was seized solid, and I stamped on it and managed to free the brakes, the pedal, and it all works. You should see in this thing. I took it off because this is the third take of this video I've done. We're talking more water in there than brake fluid, I think. Look at it all lumpy, and look at that. Look. Yeah, that's good stuff. That. Yeah, you won't want to drink it. Not much point in putting the cap back on, I don't think. But yeah, all the brake system would have to be replaced as well. The brake lines on this thing are actually in relatively good condition, all things considering. I mean, there's a few underneath the car where they look a bit rough, but you know, with the exception of 2 or 3, not many need to be changed. Although I probably will do it just because. Yeah, so the crazy project that I had, the idea I had, was to sit this on a Suzuki SJ chassis and stick the engine in it from out of one of these. A BMW 3 Series with the 3-litre diesel engine, the 6-cylinder diesel engine. That's the engine I want. It's going to be a monster. Obviously we'll take all of the emissions control systems off it because we don't need those. It's going in a really old car, so it doesn't need any of them. EGR cores and stuff can all come off. Everything can come off the engine that's unnecessary to how the engine runs. I don't know if you can just lift this up, can you? Can you just lift that up on this? I should know, yeah you can. Oh, so many pipes and things. Look at that, oh, an EGR pipe right there, and the cooler's right there. Yep, all that can come off. Or just get bypassed in some way, shape or form. Oh, this car's not been on the road for a while, can you tell? Needs the exhaust sorting out on it, and then it should be road going again. Guarantee you jump in the thing and push the button and it'll start, if the battery hooked up again. But yeah, it's a big engine. It's a big old engine to fit in that little Fiat. Look at that size of it. It goes right the way back underneath the scuttle panel, that one does. If I had a tape measure with me, I'd give it a quick measure and just see how big it is. Yeah, I definitely think I'm going to have to do something with the front. If I don't want the radiators on the front, I won't. It shouldn't be so bad. But if I do want the radiators on the front, yeah. It's another thing of, well, I've got to fit the BMW radiator on because you want to keep the radiator for the original engine. It's going to be a fun project, that. I'm hoping the engine will fit in widthways, you know. Still in longitudinal mode, but I'm hoping that it physically fits in between the chassis of the Fiat. The chassis, the wings. A lot of cuttings are going to have to be done, I think. But we'll see. It's going to be fun. Can't wait. Can't wait to do it. It's going to be a great laugh. But yeah. And then fish are going mad. And then we're going to hopefully have this with the gearbox. And the whole engine gearbox is, the engine starts there, and with the gearbox it ends about here-ish, as far as I know. probably a bit longer actually, probably about here. So in terms of a Fiat Panda, that's half the Panda's length, car length. So yeah, I've definitely got my work cut out. Definitely got my work cut out. But we'll see how it goes. That's my dream. We'll see how it works. First things first, I could do with trying to get this engine on the Suzuki SJ chassis. But as you can tell, this is going to be a very slow project. It's not going to be a very quick one. It's going to be a slow project, and we'll go from there. So yeah, I think I've spoken enough about it. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, this will be a project that won't fall through, and it will actually happen. But it all depends on A, interest, B, money, and C, the ability to get cars. Oh, and D, the ability to store cars, because I need 2 more vehicles to do this project with. And we've not got much space. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. So yeah, and obviously I've got a lot of wiring to do as well, because that engine has got one hell of a nervous system. And probably on the engine we get as well, we'll also be changing the cam chain on it and doing all the other stuff too. So yeah, it's going to be a long project. By the time I get this project off the ground, they'll probably ban cars off the road by then, so I don't know. Maybe I should just get this one fixed up. Just fix it up and get this one serviceable, but with the original engine. I don't know. But hey, dreaming big or just being ridiculous, really, I don't know. But I think I can do it. We'll see. Thanks for watching.